up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 3 of my weight loss series. And welcome if you are new here. I'm taking you guys through my cut, trying to lose about 15 pounds before the year is up. So as you can tell by the title, we are talking about training on your period. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking about the week prior, leading up to your period, and also training on your period. Because for me, I experience all of these symptoms the week prior: the exhaustion, the fatigue like crazy, super weak, cravings out of this world, appetite crazy, the emotions. This all hits me the week prior. When I'm on my period, I'm chilling outside of just like a couple days of cramps. But I know all of us ladies are different. Very, very basic tips that I live by each month that kind of help keep me going and showing up in the gym. But of course, before we jump into the video, let's go over my progress. So I'm going to insert a side-by-side clip of day 1, as well as it would have been yesterday's morning video. So side-by-side, so you can see what my body is currently looking like. We've made some changes. We're making changes. My diet has been A1. My training has been really good. I feel good about where I'm at right now. Let's insert the weight. This I'm actually pretty happy about. I'm not happy that my weight didn't change. I'm just happy to be able to show you guys an example of why the scale is not an accurate representation of your progress. Because last week and this week, my weight did not change at all. And I know that can really mess with people mentally, where you feel like you're working so hard. When I tell you my diet was perfect, my training was perfect, okay, all cardio, everything, and the scale did not budge. It did not budge. Insert just a small clip of my week 1 check-in, and now I still made a slight change from last week to this week. So that's why the scale is just not it. So you don't know if you lost some fat but put on muscle. You are approaching your period and holding on to some extra water, or maybe you had higher sodium the night before. There's so many different reasons why the scale can be what it is and why it's not changing. So yeah, okay, I'm done rambling. Let's jump into this video. Good morning, I'm up. It's time to get ready to go to the gym, and let's get into these tips. Tip number 1, are in no particular order. Number 1 is get your workout done first. Get it over with. That is the first thing you do when you get up. If you're somebody who usually trains at nighttime, this will be the time to switch it up. Get it done in the morning. If you wait till the evening, it's not gonna get done. It's not gonna get done. I mean, obviously everybody's schedule is a lot different. So some people work early. That's why they prefer to go later. But you might have to suck it up and just, for the week, get up and just get it done first. Because the longer you wait, the less motivated you're gonna be throughout the day. So that's the first thing. Even though I don't wanna get out of bed, I don't wanna do anything, I'm just get the workout done. Let me get it done. Moving into tip number 2, eat. You gotta eat. So I've been having like 4 smaller meals and more snacks. This is the time where I go into full meals, larger meals, to help fill myself up. Like I wanna feel satiated. I have little snacks. I'll be snacking all day, and that's when the calories start to pile up. Even before I go to the gym, I usually have like a protein smoothie. Like if you guys saw my last full day of eating, I'll have a protein smoothie, go work out, then come back and then make breakfast. I'm having a good full breakfast before I go to the gym. Just want to make sure that I am properly fueled. I know I'm hungry around this time, but even if I raise my calories a couple hundred, I'll still be in a deficit and I'll still be fine during this cut. Tip number 2 is get full meals in. Don't be like snacking all day. All right, so tip number 3, make sure you take your time with your warm up as well as your cool down. I always do cardio first because that's what gets my blood flowing, but I only usually warm up for about 5 minutes, but now I'm gonna take probably about 10 minutes to really make sure my body is properly stretched and warmed up and ready for this workout. Warm up and cool down. I'm lazy when it comes to cooling down, but during this time, I really emphasize like taking care of my body. So it needs a little extra love. Tip number 4 is listen to your body when it comes to what style of training it wants to do. You know, I usually follow the same routine every single week, but that week prior, sometimes my body is just not having it. So some days like today, I just want to get in and out. So I just do high intensity, 30 minutes out of the gym. Other days I don't have the energy and I need a little bit more rest. So I do my normal lifts, but I take my time. And I usually eliminate high intensity on those days. So you guys know I'm doing intervals on the Stairmaster. On these days, I might just go at a steady pace or maybe even just walk at an incline, just very slightly and slowly. I mix it up. So probably literally half the time I'm doing HIIT circuits like this in and out of the gym. Yesterday, I just want to get in and out, so circuit. Other days, I need more rest, so I take my time. So listen to your body and listen what type of training it wants to do. So you can scratch that hole following the same program weekly. So this is the time where that doesn't matter. It just matters at just getting it done. Piggybacking off of tip number 4, tip number 5, when you're on your period, like actually on your period, this is the time to really work out and really try to lift heavy. I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm on my period, I am strong as hell. This is when I'm really doing high intensity. Those sprints are great. You don't need to do tons of cardio, but I would run sprints for sure. I know a lot of people are like, oh, they don't train on their period. I'm telling you, you're gonna be so much stronger on your period. Probably wouldn't train as many days. So as you guys know, you see my full week of workouts. I'm in the gym about 6 days out of the week. I would probably focus on more, maybe 4 to 5 days. That way I can really go all out and really push some weight those 4 days. Plus it helps with cramps. When I go and work out, it just kind of like loosens up the muscles and really get things flowing. You can maybe sit in the sauna for a little bit before you get started. But I would for sure work out while I'm on period and push those weights, honey. All right, let's get into tip number 5. This is gonna be when it comes to training on your period, because I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable, myself included. I mean, we got, you know, there's blood coming out. How can you not feel uncomfortable? So just for that extra security, one thing I do is I always wear dark clothing, specifically black. I'm wearing black just in case something happens, a little leak, a little something, wearing black. Dark colors. The next thing is you wear tampons or pads or whatever you choose. The Diva cup. Is that what it's called? The little cup, the little suction thing in there. So that on top of period underwear. Get you a pair of the period underwear, or a few pair. I don't care about panty lines. I don't care about none of that. I'd rather have panty lines than an accident at the gym. So I'll list a couple companies below where they have like really, really good period underwear. So just for that added protection. I know they have like booty shorts, briefs. I believe there's like thongs for like lighter, wearing your lighter days. They are an investment. Like, they're not cheap. They're usually about like $25 to $30 per pair. It's something that you keep for a long time. I meant tip number 6. I was definitely number 6. So tip number 6, double up and protect yourself. That way you feel a lot more secure when you're working out, and you don't have to think about what's going on down there, and you can actually focus on your workout. I'm currently eating some leftover pasta that I made yesterday. Just really good. Some shrimp and chicken pasta. We are on to tip number 7, which is water, hydration. Well, one, you should always be drinking a crap ton of water, but especially right now, hydrating your body is super vital. And I tend to hold on to a lot of water during this time of the month, as I know many other women do too. So I would probably add on an additional liter than what you usually drink. So if you're drinking like 2 liters of water, try to go for a third one. You gotta get that in, flush everything out. And then also when it comes to caffeine, I would probably limit your caffeine intake. One, I don't consume a lot of caffeine anyway, but if you're someone who does energy drink, or you do pre-workout and you do coffee and things like that, I will pull it back. Because I just know, like, during this time, if I do have an energy drink or something like that, I crash way harder than I normally do. So drink way more water and limit your caffeine intake. So we are moving on to tip number 8 while I packing up. If you don't know, we're headed out of here. We're headed to Houston, and Teron just said we're leaving Friday. So tomorrow is Thursday. One more day here, and I got a lot to do. I got a lot to pack up. So this is gonna kind of piggyback off of how this video started with my check-in. Tip number 8 is avoid the scale at all cost. Especially around that time of the month, okay? Especially when your period is coming, especially when you're on your period. I avoid the scale like the plague. And so obviously I'm only on it for you guys for this weight loss series. But if you're messing with you mentally, one, we're already sensitive, super sensitive around that time. And when you're just in your journey, it's that time of the month. One, your mind is already playing tricks on you. There's a little voice in here that's already telling you you don't look great, you don't feel great, just because of our hormones are all over the place. So stepping on that scale, you're just setting yourself up for failure, okay? You're just setting yourself for failure. It's not the time where I would really be tracking progress. So I wouldn't be focused on the scale. Honestly, I wouldn't even be focused on how I look, because I like most other women, retain tons of water during this time of the month. So everything's gonna be a little bit fuller. You're gonna be feeling a little bit softer, and it's just not going to feel like you've really made progress. Keep pushing yourself, keep showing up, keep sticking to your routine, but avoid body checking. We are closing out this video. My last tip, and this is specific to actually being on your period, not the week prior, but being on your period. Tip number 9, take a couple extra rest days if you need it. Take those rest days and do not beat yourself up, okay? Men don't know what we gotta go through, okay? They do not understand what we have to go through. So if you are just exhausted and you just really don't feel like you can push through, you went to the gym 6 days, go 4. It is not going to mess up your progress. It will not. Especially as long as you're keeping your diet somewhat clean, okay? If you're keeping your diet clean, skipping the gym, a few times will not hurt you, okay? And even if your diet is not the best, it's still not gonna hurt you to relax and take care of yourself during that time. Massage, just do some stretching at home, maybe take a yoga class, and that's it. This is the perfect time to do so. Let your body recover. And I do it all the time. I recover, take full advantage, get extra sleep, and then I pick it back up the following week. Do not beat yourself down. Do not be hard on yourself. We got the world already doing that, okay? They're my 9 tips. Thank you for coming through the day with me. Hopefully something you're able to take away from this video. If you still have questions, just go ahead and leave them down below. And I will see you guys hopefully Sunday. If not, I will see you next week for episode 4. We're going back to the full day of eating because I got some new foods that I've been enjoying, and I feel like you guys are going to enjoy as well. So don't forget to subscribe.